When it comes to your home, your property, or even your body, you wouldn't want people to alter or change those things without your permission, right? So stay tuned. Let's talk about why that's important in the bigger picture with the universe and outside nature. Hi everybody, welcome back to another video by Pan Society. I'm Sherry, and today I want to talk about having permission and getting permission. First I want to give gratitude so much because it is such a beautiful day. So I hope you're experiencing something like this. We've been through a little bit of slumber, so we know the sun's coming back, and I can hear tree frogs and little crickets, which is really nice. These are sounds I haven't heard in a while, so that means things are happening and there's going to be spring right around the corner, so I'm enjoying all of this. So back to my point about permission. I have a wonderful story about a lovely plum tree that we have, and I'm terrible about pruning it because I honestly don't know very much about pruning and I haven't sought the proper education for it, which I'm going to this year. That is a goal. But I've always gone along with asking it, when does it think it needs a trim, or should I do it now? So 2 years ago, I was constantly asking it, do you need a trim? Should I cut you this year? Like, you know, how do you feel about that? And I got the distinct feeling of, leave me alone. And so I was a little taken aback. So I was like, oh, this is my plum tree. I planted you, I watched you grow up. But I was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna honor that. So I left the plum tree alone that year, and that was like the worst winter. So if you don't know anything about fruit trees, they need, some of them need so many cold hours before they will actually bear fruit the next year. That winter, we didn't get anything. It was like so warm, it was crazy. And then we had a little bit of rain, and so everything started blooming, and then all of a sudden we had like a crazy freeze and then a super drought. So this poor thing went through a lot. It was like very traumatic for that season, and had I trimmed it, it probably would not have made it through the season. It probably would have died. So I listened to it. It knew something was going to happen and it needed all of its resources and reserves, and so I left it alone, and now I have a thriving, beautiful tree that is about to bloom any day now. So I'm excited for that. I always think about asking permission when going for walks out in the wild or wildcrafting, because we have the ability to drastically alter food sources for wildlife, homes, sheltering for wildlife, paths that they do, their cycles, their breeding cycles, all by taking things from the wild, and especially if we don't have permission to take them, because we as humans, we're very magpie-like. We like to collect things, especially if they're pretty or they spark our interest. And so I'm very guilty of this as well. So I always have to catch myself and ask, do I have your permission to remove you? Whether it's a stone, a root, some kind of mushroom, and not just asking the plant or item itself, but asking of the area, because they're biomes. They support each other and take care of each other. So it's always nice to have the entire picture's approval before you change it, because you never know what kind of effect you're going to have, and every little thing we do can have a huge major effect. We always leave footprints everywhere, so it's always nice to get into that mindful practice of asking permission. Do I have permission to walk here? Do I have permission to sit and meditate? Do I have permission to take this route? And it seems tedious, but then there's a reciprocal gratitude that happens, because that section of park or woods or forest will see that in you and respect that, and so it will provide you with things as well over time as you take care of each other and respect each other. So I ask of you this week to take walks, or when you go places, ask permission first. There's, you know, a lot in it, and there's a gratitude that you get for it for yourself as well. So ask permission, get into the habit of it, and see how you feel and see how things change around you. And if you are out walking, keep an eye out for some cedar or juniper or something, and keep it in mind, because next Monday I have a craft for you. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time in another Pan video.